Hello, tankers and tankettes, and welcome to World of Tanks. Something I haven't said in a little while. I do fairly often at year's end bring out the duck just for a laugh, because you've got to laugh when you're playing the duck, otherwise you would cry and cry and cry. And that's probably a good attitude to take when playing World of Tanks generally, to be honest, because it's a very good game to play if you want to sort of just end up prostrate on the floor, bawling your eyes out. There's a reason I don't play it that much these days, and I keep up with some creators, and I mean, as bad as the monetization can be sometimes in Warships, in fact in some ways I think in Warships it's worse in some regards, like particularly when it comes to loot boxes. Warships is undoubtedly worse, but there are still things about Warships that I vastly prefer to World of Tanks, and that World of Tanks would do well to adopt, and they have slowly adopted some things over time, but yeah, there's a reason why I've stuck with Warships I think longer than I have than with World of Tanks overall at this point. Anyway, before we start, I'm going to do the completely sensible thing of spending all of my training booklets on the AMX40 crew, because what else would you do with all these training booklets? So we've got six universal manuals, which I think are the best ones, which is that's been a fair old boost. We'll stick my, there we go, that's another 700,000, and then we can put these universal booklets. So these are the crew wide booklets, which as you can see, you know, they just accumulate from things. I don't really spend them otherwise. So and then we have we've got three how do I select? There we go. We got that. We've got some individual crew member ones, so we can, yeah. Right. Although we have to click that bit first. I thought the UI was just being a bit unresponsive. We also have some French ones that are a bit less powerful, but we can stick those on as well. There we go. So we're up to 89% on a fifth skill, because obviously why would you not have a 5 skill crew on your AMX40? That's just that just goes without saying. Right, so there we go. We've taken practicality, armourer, and smooth ride, and also safe stowage and signal interception as our secondary skills. That was one of the more positive changes that they've made in recent times, is this rework of the skill system. It wasn't as major as it could have been. I think at one point they were even talking about doing like a single crew member per tank, like warships, or am I completely making that up? I might be completely making that up. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, this is about as good as a duck can be. And that is still not particularly good, but let's click the button and see what the matchmaking gives us. Oh good, it's mines, everyone's favourite. Okay, well, I guess we're going to try and go for the hill. At least there is one artillery per side, and it's actually top tier matchmaking. Not that that's going to make that much difference in terms of how effective the armour on this thing is, because, well, there's so much premium ammo gets slung around that, yeah, it's kind of hard to rely on armour in many things these days. Hell, you even have to carry a fair bit of the heat in this thing, because it is, like, the AP is severely lackluster, and even the heat is, like, the heat on this is not as good as the regular AP rounds on some other tier 4 tanks, so you're kind of forced into it. And there are times when you can't even do anything at all, and you're just relying on firing HE into tracks and hoping that other people can actually manage to do damage. So it's a slightly unusual ammo setup in this thing. Well, we have quite the rush going to the hill, and it looks like we might well take it as well. So I might even just go around the other side if we're going to be taking the hill. Yeah, they are pushing a bit on this flank. That's fine. I'm gonna try and like side script, but using my armor a little bit here. We'll see how that goes. I've also got a pretty decent view range on this thing for it being an AMX-40, so yeah. Ooh, hello Stuart. Right, what are you doing, Stuart? There's a T3E2 there, which I don't think is a particularly good gun. Oh, nope. Slightly fluffed that, that's fine. Nice crit damage. Right, look, against the regular Stuart rounds, I do not really have to worry that much, so that's fine. I'm trying to think what else might be. Like the T34, it's got a 76mm gun, but it's not particularly high-powered 76mm gun. The T28 F30 is probably the scariest thing gun-wise. Valentine lost its 75mm, if I remember correctly. It used to have the choice of not fantastic 6-pounder or 75mm that had pretty good pound for tier 4, but also just terrible handling and reload stats. But now that's not the case at all. Right, keep an eye on what's going on with the hill there. Hello? That is the Chihi. Keep angled against that. Spotting against the medium. Oh, it's the Chiha, not the Chihi. Oh, and there's the Bison. The one artillery is going for me. Oh well. I might need to turn around and go for the hill, because that Matilda is going to cause them severe issues otherwise. And for a Matilda, you definitely need the heat. I was a little bit tempted to break out the other duck, because there are now 2 ducks in the game. That's been for quite a while. There's the crested duck, not the S35. I can't remember. I think it's a Samoa of some kind. But yeah, it's a bit weird in itself in that it has a much better gun, but it doesn't have any premium rounds. I think even against the rear armor I would struggle. Right, Valentine. Let me switch back. Oh, I did not mean to switch back right away. I meant to queue up the ammo, but never mind. Right, they actually managed to kill that. Nope, never mind. They managed to kill that Matilda, which is fine. There's another Valentine sneaking up there. Firing on the move in the duck, even with all of the skills and everything. Probably never going to work. Right, there we go. Right, oh, ouch, what was that? That was the Valentine AT, so yes, that can definitely hurt me. If I can dash to this next rock without taking lots and lots of damage. D6 medium. No, Fenza 3E is going to get away, I think. No, they're not. Okay, never mind. Just kind of working from rock to rock at this point. I think the Marder can probably pen me as well. There's been a surprising lack of premium ammo, which is almost a bit weird. Right, I wonder if I could try some HE against the gun shield. I've been all like tactical and stuff here, which is probably entirely unnecessary at this tier. Wonder where that wee Bison is. Probably right in the corner. There's not a lot of places to hide in artillery and mines. Well, this has gone surprisingly well. I think the matchmaking certainly helps. And the overpowered crew, well, that's definitely got nothing to do with it. Definitely, definitely. Oh well, we can even use my day of premium time that I got from the calendar. That is probably about as good as you can expect to do in this tank without necessarily spamming all of the premium. Yeah, let's give that another go. Tier 4 again. Well, this might actually be the holiday matchmaking helping me out somewhat. With more people playing their lower tier tanks or trying to grind things, I don't know. Let's go on the side of the town, and I think we can try and side scrape and use our armour there a bit, maybe. We'll see how it goes. I have played 1 or 2 games, by the way, in the tier 9 tank that they've given everybody, and I was appropriately terrible in it because I am very well out of it in terms of high tier gameplay. I can just about cope with tier 4, and also I got a tier 6 Polish tank destroyer, which I wasn't even aware there was a Polish tank destroyer line. Some of them look very odd, just basically big metal boxes. But yeah, again, played a couple of rounds in that, wasn't completely terrible, although it shows you how rusty I am at this game, in that I played the first game in it thinking, oh, why is the weight limit so low on the suspension? Of course, it was the stock suspension. So yeah, I didn't even realise or notice that I wasn't even playing with the upgraded modules that it was provided. I didn't even have to like unlock them or anything. I was just terrible and a complete noob, even though I've had this account now for quite a long time. But that's what happens when you don't play things regularly, you know, you get very rusty. Talking of games I haven't played regularly for a long time that I'm thinking of actually reinstalling, Warframe just did some kind of big thing that I was unaware was that I'm still quite fuzzy on the details of what exactly the Warframe special thing is, but this whole Warframe 1999 thing is yeah, apparently it's some big thing. I've not played Warframe in absolutely ages. I'm trying to hit this turret thing here and it's just not working out very well. Right, I do not want to fire a heat shell at you, but it's what was loaded, so yeah, I might have to go with HE. It's also looking, that Panzer S-35 is not looking too good. They're putting on some serious pressure around the other side there though. Hello, Valentine. Right, I don't think I can beat you for rate of fire, but I can pen your armour at this range. I'm going to have to... Ooh. Oh, that was a bit of a rush shot. You kind of need the flat armour. Ouch. Okay, well, that was a little unpleasant. I immediately took out my gunner, which doesn't help me at all. Although, oh god, of course that also badly affects my reload. But not a lot I can do about it for another 20 odd seconds. Nice, okay, you're down. There is a Matilda coming up behind us maybe. Not sure what's happening with the S-35 on that Matilda. Perils of only having 3 crew. I mean, I might have made them kind of OP, but yeah, I mean, when 1 crew member gets knocked out, it's kind of bad news. Right, so I'm going to take a lot to knock out that Matilda. I wonder if I'd even be better off with... why is he not looking this way? Oh, he's turning this way now. Right, got him. Okay, switch back to AP maybe. 2 on the Valentine. Oh, that Panzer. Oh, backing off. God, even with the full crew, this thing handles, this gun handles so poorly. It's not good. It's not good. Poor AMX-40, my beloved. Right, we are on about a third of our health. We haven't done a huge amount of damage, but it could be worse. BT7, the other Stug, is that up there? Or is that the Cruiser 4? That's probably my other low tier favourite tank, although it's now, it used to be tier 3 once upon a time, and then they rejigged all the British lights, so it's now tier 4, and it's still a pretty good tier 4, but, oh, there's the BT7 to the left, okay. Still a pretty good tier 4, but at tier 3 it was a proper little monster. Right, able to get the snapshot there, that's quite nice, that's another kill. BT7 is standing watch. Bit of a chancy shot. Right, Cruiser 4 firing their AP shells at this range is not really going to be a threat to me. Right, the Stug was up on that other line, but I think they must... I mean, surely they've moved back closer towards the cap at this point. Surely. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Gonna use that statue to get a bit of cover if needed, although we're all just kind of rushing in at this point, so probably not entirely necessary. I do not have a shot here, do I? No, even with things to boost your sort of mobility performance overall, this is still a slow tank. Poor little AMX-40. I still love you. I still love you, little tank. You might be slow and rubbish, but you're still my favourite tank. So we can get a shot on this Stug. Oh, completely whiffed that. Come on, reload. No, never mind. Oh wow, we got some kills. Okay, well that is one of the strange box tank destroyers. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that, but I don't think I'm going to buy it somehow. So yeah, I'll apply the bonus because we might as well, because it's not like I'm going to be sitting down grinding for things especially. I'm just here to be silly and try and have fun if such a thing is possible. So one last match and we'll see if my luck holds with the matchmaking. Well, kind of remarkably, it has. The tank destroyers are definitely going to be an issue, and there's 3 Matildas, 2 of which are in a division. Division? Squad? I can't remember what the proper terminology for World of Tanks is now, but anyway. Yeah, so they're going to be potentially an issue. The Panzer III-J actually has a pretty nice 5cm AT gun, if memory serves. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. This one might not go nearly as well. I think if you can get top tier matchmaking, the Matilda is still extremely good. Okay, no sign of the Matildas on this flank, so I'm going to guess they are on this side. We've also got a bunch of stuff here, so that's the Panzer IIIs using their mobility, which is not a surprise. There's one of the Panzer IIIs, a couple of the tank destroyers there. This 14 TP might have overextended a bit. That can be, if memory serves, quite a good position if you can get up behind there, but you kind of need people to back you up, and it's basically me and a Matilda. Oh, I don't know if I can... if I'm gonna be able to do much. 3J's actually got decent armour at this tier as well. But again, it's heavily dependent on are people going to be spamming the Prem rounds or not. And yes, the Matildas are definitely coming over this way. Right, no, I think that is just angled a bit too far back. Yep, there's the Matildas. Right, I guess we'll load the heat. Kind of need to catch them in the open, really. Is that 3J using HE? What was that? That was weird. Yeah, it was HE. That was very weird. Oh, there's actually Matilda out in the open there as well. Oh, okay. Oh, that was a track, unfortunately. One more hit and that 3J is dead. If the 14 TP can make the shot from there. Oh, that medium is definitely much more... oh, it's making a dash across. The problem with Matilda in that situation is they can just kind of hold down and... not a lot I can do about it. I can try some HE and maybe turn their gun yellow. Okay, the South 42 is back there as well. Well, let's heal the commander up. Hope our Matilda doesn't get completely taken to pieces. That was entirely the Sav. I don't think the Matilda's actually hit me yet. Oh, hello! That's not entirely welcome. You're able to get that close and not have any... Let's get the... That's very bad. Got Matilda coming out over the open like that. Right, I'm probably just going to get out pew-pewed, especially with Matilda firing APCR. Like, the armour is... Nobody at tier 4 has enough armour, really, for Matilda just spamming APCR, so... Oh well. Right, we're probably not going to win this one. I think just by dint of the fact they had more Matildas than we did. So, yeah, they're just rolling through and pew-pewing everything. But I guess I'll watch the rest of this and see how it goes. Well, I don't think the outcome of that one was terribly surprising, all things considered. But yeah, 2 out of 3 ain't terrible, and I really can't complain about getting top tier matchmaking 3 matches in a row. That feels kind of weird and unusual in World of Tanks. But maybe it isn't these days. I don't know. You can always let me know in the comments. So if you have enjoyed all this low tier derping around in the duck, you can do all the usual things below the video. And of course, as always, stay tuned for more.